Hello, viewers. I'm SB,
And I'm Amabel.
and welcome back to Thief the Black Parade, where we are presently like 150 feet up a magic tower in the void, possibly inside of a magical statuette, or it's still not clear to me how the space we're in now is related to the space that we were in, but in any case, we continue our climb already in progress here, and we've killed so many creatures of various types. That was a weird little sting. Did you
Yeah.
were you able to hear the little sting they did
I,
there?
I heard it very faintly.
Huh. Well, all right. I don't know if that's supposed to be a dead body that we like recognize, or maybe
I
maybe
doubt
that's
it, because
what the sound was about.
I doubt it, because Hume would absolutely say something.
Yeah, Hume never shuts up. It's all pretty cool. It's all cool stuff. I guess it goes further up. Well, let's just keep climbing forever. Hey, we found him.
Do we have a new objective?
Azaran is using the same ritual circle shown in Aboktiar's tablets. This must be the source of your brand. There must be some way to disrupt it. Well, you know what I'm going to try to do first.
The
What?
veil of death shall fall upon our homeland and devour all the souls it can find.
What if
Wait
he's weak
for
to
it.
moss arrows?
What if he's weak to getting fucked? Oh, wait. He put up a shield of some kind.
I know that's my weakness.
Is this... Yes, it is. It is wall. Okay, hold on now. We get these things. What if I put my magic key in this thing? What happens?
Feast upon the souls of my devout followers.
Hey, I'm gonna feast upon the soul of your fucking face. Eat it!
Your blows do nothing to my vessel, mortal.
Oh no. Oh, my sword. Oh, what's going on? Oh dear. Uh-oh. Problems? Okay, well. Almost. Almost.
All right. Well, that's one
If,
way to.
if they had made that work, that would probably have been pretty cool.
Yeah.
The fact that the sword clearly misses you and then 3 full seconds later you die sort of diminishes the impact. But I get the idea, and that's a cool way to make it, obvious that you can't, it's not just that you've not dealt enough damage. You legitimately cannot harm him with sword. It doesn't there doesn't seem to be another one of these. So this would seem to be the only one. But like, what exactly is it doing? Was this the reason that the field went down? Is that what we're supposed to understand? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. But then what? So there's these 4. Okay, so the piece of paper we have here says the light overcomes the flesh, right? This is the wrong one.
Yeah.
The primary division of light counters the primary combination of flesh. Red, blue, yellow. But I don't know what to make of that necessarily. I mean, we can just like run up there and start touching stuff. Presumably, we don't want him to see us. So he's going to do this, and it's going to maybe put the wall back up. And the idea is you got to like pull the wall down and then... Well, or maybe it's not even going to do that. Can I interact with these? I can't. I can interact with this, but it's not clear to me what I would do with it. I could throw a flash bomb in it. Can't. Doesn't work. Throw a flash bomb here. Fuck you. I didn't really do anything. Oh, and he's got me sword. Put away sword. Put away sword. Oh, he's got a critter too. He's got a creature. I wanted to look at the creature. All right.
Oh, always want to look at
So the only thing we can interact with is the bit in the middle.
What if you grab your key again and put it in the... No.
I did. I tried that. I cannot interact. The key does not interact with that thing. So there's one of these crystals down here, right?
Yeah.
I assume this crystal is here so that we can practice whatever it is we're supposed to be doing. Okay, it doesn't accept the key, but it did earlier. We saw it shoot lightning. So
What did we do to make it do that?
I'm not sure I did anything. I'm wondering if it's a timer thing or if it's related to something he does.
I heard this thing again.
Yeah, it's like it's supposed to. This body stabbed a worm to death. It looks like it's just a random one of his acolytes. Okay, there's an arrow. There's some moss. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be a significant place in any way. Yeah, it's unfortunately it's unclear to me what I'm supposed to be getting out of this.
The symbol on the ground, is that the...
Can you
the
Oh! That didn't lift up last time I right-clicked on it. You saw me come up here and
Okay.
try to right-click on all the objects, right?
Mhm.
It didn't happen last time, but it happened this time. Well, that's fun. Our work here is taking much longer than expected, and I fear for our brethren at the lower levels, who might come under attack at any moment. Performing the ritual for the first time did not tame the sentient, but the master is convinced he did everything correctly, and now wants to keep repeating the ritual until it yields the expected results. Oh good, what a plan.
Mhm.
I asked the master if increasing the amount of each substance used in the ritual would perhaps accelerate it, but it only made him more agitated. He screamed at me something about a delicate alchemical balance that must not be disturbed, lest it hurts the sentient, bringing a collapse to the sanctuary and causing irreversible damage to our arcane powers, next to a bunch of extra materials.
This has to be it. If Azaran loses his powers, does that mean...
I was trying to figure out like if there was a thing with the hitbox for the graphics, like for the box, like if there was the way we approached it, like the angle we approached it from, was the reason I couldn't pick it up or read the book before, and no, it doesn't seem to be any reason.
So, let me say this.
Yeah,
I know we've given a lot of shit to the Hume voiceover performance,
yeah, because it is very bad.
but the guy is trying very hard. Like, there's so much effort into it. It's not...
That's the problem. I've never heard someone strain so much with, like, presumably simple words in his native language. But he is really grunting his way through every sound.
I mean, he is one step below Cinnamon Toast Man. As far as, like, just the complete...
The effortfulness.
Yeah.
Okay, so we fucked up his ritual quantities, and now we just let him light his whatevers, and he's just gonna walk in a circle completing the ritual over and over again until something happens.
This is very Thief 1, though, isn't it?
This bears a lot of similarity to the way you defeat the trickster, yeah.
And I appreciate that, this mission, it kind of mirrors that one in some ways, but it's a different kind of, like, weird, bizarre architecture.
Yeah.
Like, there are echoes, but it's its own thing, and I really appreciate that.
All right, well, I fucked with his quantities. He's got all his crystals lit up. Let's see if something happens. Okay, he's lit up its vesicles or whatever.
Cannot be. My necessaries, my
It's pretty cool that we're causing cracks in the walls of the darkness. That's a neat thing.
Our foul homeland. Have they escaped my wrath once more?
Here's all the corpses we made. Okay. That's not, well, I mean, I guess we're going to get a cinematic or something, right? I was going to say, that's not an ending. Stats. Amabel, we found all the loot. We did it. 100%. Woo. All right, let's see how they wrap this up. Let's see how they wrap this up. There it goes.
There's some good clouds.
So here you are. It was difficult finding you.
Get away from me.
Did I offend you somehow? Your own thirst for thievery brought you here in the first place.
Yes, and you and Reputo and DeWall are the worst things that ever happened to me.
You did very good for yourself during that time. You'd be glad to know Reputo would very much like to have you in his ranks. Or, if you're interested, you could work for me.
I'm afraid you're going to be disappointed.
I'm offering you the best job you can think of. Do you know of a man named Constantine?
I've heard the name.
I'm representing a client who would very much like you to acquire an item from Constantine. A magical sword, as a matter of fact.
Tempting, but like I said, you're going to be disappointed. No ambition to take this job.
I'm sorry it has come to this. I can heal most illnesses with plants, but even I think I cannot cure your affliction. It looks like a curse, a powerful one. It was good knowing you, Hume. Farewell.
All is as it was written. The Black Parade is defeated. Azaran retreated to his spire, vanquished, but still determined in his intention to reach immortality. A crisis was averted by the profane, but another looms. A dark project.
If this life is over now, will I fade away? Will I shimmer
Okay, so I am inclined to let the credits play. I want to let the credits, I want to let people get credit for the thing
Yeah.
they get. But this song, first of all, this song. Secondly, I don't want to sit here quiet. So I got tired of not talking. First of all, I have to say I'm a little disappointed that they didn't have him go like a dark project and then immediate like period appropriate late 90s to early 2000s smash cut to credits with like the worst nu metal that you have ever heard in your life, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, like as an ending it's just like, but also the story of Thief is there to have happened. Like, I guess, man, trying to like to some extent to position your story as a prequel to the thing that everyone playing your story will be intimately familiar with, I think is kind of just like a boring way to do it. I don't know. Also, what the fuck is with Hume's audio? Why is it always wrong? Is in that last cutscene, if he did not have subtitles, there is no way you would have known There's no way you would even know he had a line on that final line because it was completely underneath the sound effects for the cinematic. The thing is, like, Victoria's audio was good and it was consistently good. Everyone else's audio is fine. It's just Hume.
So,
Like to the point where it almost feels like a running joke, you know?
So I would say I did like that, as far as this thing being a prequel and whatnot, I did like her.
Did they just
asking
hold
him-
on a second? Did they just lift sounds from a bunch of other? Are you allowed to do that?
I don't.
The sounds credits like, yeah, we took some shit from Dark Souls. I don't know. There's nothing they can do about it. Very weird.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Almost, buddy.
Okay.
You're so close.
The Victoria asking him, you want to take this mission to get the sword from Constantine. I like that because it decenters the
It
Garrett
decenters Garrett as like
hated hero thing.
the most special boy in the world. I think it would have been better if, for that purpose, I think it would have been better if Hume had been like, yeah, okay, I'll do it, and then like the implication is that he tried and failed.
Oh yeah, no, actually that's a much better.
But he was old and sick, and there was that concern that like not all of the things the statuette had done to him would be undone, right? So they're they have that plot set up. But I do think I might have liked it better if they're gonna position him as the proto Garrett, then just like go all the way with it.
Yeah, so the plot had I'd say the plot and the writing are probably the weakest part of this collection of missions. This
Yeah,
experience.
the writing's pretty uniformly bad. The voice work delivery of the writing is mostly pretty good, except for Hume for some reason. And the thing is, I was prepared to be like a little turned around on it at the beginning of that final cinematic, because at the very least, his voice had the same character. It had the same environmental character as Victoria's, and I was like, oh shit, they finally made it sound like it's supposed to sound, and then it just. Over the course of the cinematic, it got progressively worse and worse. Ugh.
But the mission design is pretty strong. They did a lot of things with the engine, I thought, that were kind of remarkable. And so, like, I'm really
especially
glad
in the
that-
back half. I think it takes a little while to get going. I think there's 10 missions in here that aren't all like this. Maybe seems like a strange complaint to have after I just got done saying I don't think the plot is good. But there are 10 missions in here, not all of which are like really on plot. I think that you could clip a couple from the beginning, and it would like at least one or two, and it would help get over the thing where it's like then here's an undead mission, then here's an undead mission, then here's an undead mission.
Yeah.
Even though they tried to break that up by having it be different undead, but it only helps so much.
I haven't really experienced before something like this, like a fan mission pack, a fan prequel. Like I know other games have this,
Yeah.
but this is the first time I've actually experienced one, and my experience is largely positive. And there's a lot of things, given that it's something that's made for free, where I can, I don't say I can excuse the bad writing and like Hume recording his dialogue next to like a noisy ventilation fan or whatever was going on there, but like I'm not going to be as harsh on it as I would, a AAA game, for example, or something that someone was putting together for cash money.
I don't think you need to excuse it. I don't think there's anything really like.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying it doesn't bother me as much. Like, I roll my eyes at it a
let's be
little bit,
let's be perfectly clear about like where we stand on this, because like we're talking about elements of it individually, but like
yeah,
overall, I think this is like grading on the curve of it being a mission pack for Thief 1 against the things you can do with this engine. I think it's like a 9.5 out of 10 easily.
Yeah, it's an incredible achievement.
So just to be clear, so it doesn't sound like we're like we're not fans or anything. Like this was very fucking cool.
Yeah.
But it has like little problems around the edges, but they really are just problems around the edges.
Yeah, and I think for me, like the problems I had more were with things that would be problems I would have with Thief 1.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's a 9.5 out of 10 for like within the space of what it could have been. It's certainly not my game of the year or anything, but I'm really glad we played this. This was really cool. I think the extensive fan mod is definitely. It feels like a thing of a bygone era in a certain way, just because of the way that studios used to ship their games with some version of their dev tools like fairly frequently. It used to be very easy to access, and that's where you get stuff like, Counter-Strike and Team Fortress and all the people who entered the game industry and came into the ImSim spaces because of how easy it was to make levels in Dark Mod or the Looking Glass engine or whatever. Games it is less like that now.
Yeah,
it feels like in a lot of ways, and every once in a while you see a game try to do, because like part of the problem is that the complexity of the things has gone way up, right? And you see people try to make sort of like a halfway step, like the snap map thing that came with Doom 2016, where it's like we want there to be authoring tools, but the fact is like, we're generating these fucking 18K textures and we're doing all this work that you simply can't do at home, and so to make it look professional, to make it come out professional, maybe we give you a little bit more help. But yeah, so overall, I like this a lot. I do think that it suffered a little bit in my estimation, and as such in my performance of it, from the fact that I do think I'm just kind of good on Thief 1. I don't know that I necessarily needed more Thief 1 in my life. But yeah, I had a good time with this, and I don't want this to come across as a slight to the Black Parade at all, but I am very much looking forward to getting onto something else. We've given Thief a lot of our time at this point.
We have, and I enjoy doing a large project like this with you, and I think it's part of why I was excited about, and still am excited about, the Forex School.
Yeah,
they were doing. Hey everyone, check out the Forex School.
Check out Amabel Goes to Forex School.
I like doing these long projects with you, but I am also looking forward to moving beyond Thief and what are we doing next? You know what we're doing next?
I don't have any idea. So if you out there in the audience have strong feelings about stuff we should do next or eventually or whatever, please do feel free to drop that in the comments or in the subreddit, or I don't know, post it on Blue Sky and tag us. Whatever, whatever makes sense to you. There's lots of ways to get to us via the internet. I have a couple of things. I have sort of a loose list. We'll go over some stuff. We'll make some decisions. But yeah, so that's going to be it for us for today and for this thing, for Thief the Black Parade, for Thief in general, probably. When you come back next time, we're going to be on to something new and exciting. And we'll see you then.